Welcome to RRL F2 Season 3, Race 6 at the Brazilian Grand Prix at Interlagos. Yeah, for the 6th round of the season. Hopefully should be an exciting race once again for a few good races this season. And this should hopefully be one of them as well. Obviously Brazil, not attracted Formula 2 goes to in real life, but for Formula 1 races it always produces, or usually produces good racing. Obviously, being the season finale in the past, we've had many iconic moments around this track, so hopefully we can maybe add a few more to those of the RRL variety. And yeah, we'll see which driver can put in the pole position lap now in one-shot qualifying, just one lap for the drivers to get the perfect lap in their time. We've got a few new drivers in the field as well. We've got well, lots of new drivers actually. We had a lot of drivers join today, so I actually can't go through all of them. But yeah, you will see them throughout the race. We will go on board with Enla Dean Fehnan once again. He's our championship leader right now, so we will follow him through qualifying. We can only follow one car at a time, which, well, that's the annoying part about one-shot qualifying. It makes spectating more difficult. But we will watch Dean here, and since well, he is the man to beat at the moment. He has been in top form recently. Actually, last week Sully won the race at Imola, but he isn't racing today, which could be crucial as well for the title fight. Sully missing the race at Brazil Gold Cup now, has retired from the session. He might have invalidated or even crashed somewhere. So we'll see. Dean right now is running in P1. Can he bring home pole position here? Would be very good for him. 4 points would already be in the bag if he manages to do just that. As he comes around Jung Chao into the final corner now. Oh, sorry, Jung Chao is the final corner. There we go. He's now exited Jung Chao and making his way. Well, it wasn't actually the final corner, but the final actual corner. This is technically a corner, what you just saw, and this one right here as well. But is it really a corner? But well, Dean now across the line, 116.770. P1 for Dean, followed by Seb, then Ryan C and Upalo in P4, FRFC in P5, Aldrich P6, Sean Moore P7, Full P8, Deadly Mosquito P9, and PC Wooly in P10. There we go. We had, I believe, 3 cars on invalid lap times. Apart from that, the entire top 10 did set valid lap times. So I've got Kuko, or I'm not sure if it's enough of these new names. I'm not sure how to pronounce. I hope I'm getting them right. Kucho and Panpoli and Gromit Cup all being disqualified or not setting a lap time in qualifying. So yeah, Dean takes home the 4 extra points from qualifying here. Brazil very close at the rest of the field. Seb and Ryan C very close. You can see Upalo and FRFC as well. Then Aldrich and Sean Moore from the 10th as well. Full lol not far behind those two either. I'm sure PC Woody has more pace than that as well. He, well, 13 seconds of the pace. He certainly has more pace than that. I'm sure of it. We've seen his talent in the F1 league, so surely he will be at least somewhere similar to that in the F2 cars as well. It is a different car, which can be more tricky to drive, more difficult. You have to adjust to it. But I would assume there has been maybe a spin in that lap if he's that far off the pace. So yeah, we're now on the grid, ready for the drivers to start. The first drivers already went up. They are just deciding on their strategies. We'll see what tires they actually go for. Well, they've got the red wall soft tires available, and I believe the mediums, the yellow ones. I can see them right now. Yeah. Just outside the pit boxes. So I believe it's softs and mediums for this track, which are available. Let's see what tires the guys are starting on. There we go. Detail, tires. The entire grid is starting on the softs. Nobody has opted to start on mediums. So we've got everybody on the same strategy. This could be interesting then. We will see a straight race between all 13 of these guys. Right now, Dean, I mean, he took pole by about 7 tenths, I believe, so he's looking like the big favorite for this race. But I'm sure the likes of Fisivuli and Gromit Cup, who invalidated in qualifying, maybe they can show some pace we weren't able to see in qualifying, and fight their way through the field and challenge him for that race win. I mean, both Dean and PC will obviously being part of the LR esports team, so they are both in the same. They actually, well, they're not teammates in this league, but they are teammates in their esport team, which I'm actually a part of as well. So I know those guys very well. I know their pace. They are both brilliant drivers, and I expect those two to be setting the pace today. Dean obviously already having set the pace in qualifying, and PC Wooly, I am sure he will be up there as well now in the race. As Dean is now just about to go into Junchao here, the famous corner, of course, where Hamilton passed Timo Glock back in 2008, which was a very sad moment for Ferrari and Mazda fans, but for Hamilton fans, probably the one of the best moments in F1 history. So yeah, we've got a few cars with a much bigger gap at the back. Panpoli, Kucho, and Gomenkap leaving a pretty significant gap to the rest of the field here. So we're gonna have to wait a bit longer for this race to start. But now the AI is taken over. You can see it on the steering movement that there's definitely some AI driving right there. Gomet Cup, once he's lined up, we are ready for the race start. We'll focus the camera to the front. Dean lining up in P1, alongside him is Seb in P2. Who will lead into turn 1? Will it be Dean? Will it be Seb? Will it be someone else? We'll have to wait and see. The 5 red lights are on now. Ready for the race start. Everybody is revving the engine. It's lights on, away we go. Brilliant start from Seb. Look at that. He's immediately alongside Dean. And he's taking the lead into turn 1. Seb taking P1. Ryan C going down as well, but he has to pull out. Dean stays in P2. Now trying to go around the outside of Seb to reclaim that P1. We've got a car spinning off in the background. That appears to be full and all, as Dean is still side by side with Seb. Who will lead into turn 4? Who can take the lead here into the Descida del Lago? Dean has to pull out. Seb takes the lead. Brilliant start from Seb. Ryan C right behind him as well. Dean with a bit of a slide coming out the corner. That was dangerous as well. Upalo and Panpoli, the teammates at Dumps right now, are fighting over P6 and 7 as well. As Ryan C, oh, he's very close to Dean here. Could he have a look up the inside into turn, I believe 8 it is. Turn 8, but he doesn't go for a move. Thinks better of it. Meanwhile, Gromit Cup, he's already gained quite a few places up into P9. Panpoli and... oh, a bit of contact made between the two Dumps teammates. And allows Gromit Cup and PC will to slip through. Kucho, oh, having a look around the outside, has to take avoiding action, hits the barrier as well. That might have been some wing damage for him. Unfortunate, that one. And yes, he does have some wing damage. You can see the right end plate actually missing. And both end plates missing on both sides. So he's gonna have a massive pace disadvantage at this point. Aldrich is very close here to FRSC, fighting over P4. Meanwhile, Dean also getting close to Seb. Can he send one up the inside into turn 1, into the center S? Seb just gone a bit wide there, I think. And yes, Dean is now trying to go around the outside, but he still can't make the move work. As Kucho's in the pit lane. Dean, Ryan C as well, trying to get involved. We're gonna maybe go 3 wide into turn 1. Will Ryan C go down the inside? No, he won't. But Dean will. Side by side into turn 1. Dean and Seb. Bit of contact made, and Dean has been... no, he hasn't! What a save by Dean! Just about kept it going, but he's lost so many places right there. Ryan C is in the wall. What has happened here? Ryan C has now hit the wall. You can see most of his front wing is gone. As PC Willy is going off here as well. Lots of chaos right now. Seb now still in the lead, with Dean almost having lost the car on the exit of turn 4. And then we saw Ryan C at the exit of turn 5 in the wall, which I'm not sure how that happened, but it happened. Well, what a start. I'm getting overwhelmed here. The cars are so close right now as well. Nobody's really able to pull away from anyone. Apart from the guys who had to pit or have wing damage, they have lost different places. Or the virtuosi car of Full who is spun around as well. So now Dean is looking to make his comeback. He's already closing in Aldrich, trying to get back into the top 3. Dean is still very much in this, and he's going to send one up the inside in turn 1, is he? Yes, he is. Doesn't even have to send it. He is already ahead, or is he? Yes, he is. Dean takes P3 back from Aldrich. As Ryan C is in the pit lane, I assume he is gonna change that front wing. Panpoli looking at Gromit Cup, but he is not able to find a gap just yet. Just a bit too far behind, I believe. Well, most of grid right now is DRS. As Gromit Cup, I think he's made some contact with Upalo. which might allow Panpoli to have a better exit, but no it doesn't. Meanwhile, Dean is right behind FIFC. Will we see Dean send one up the inside, or will he wait for a better opportunity? He decides to wait. 20 laps in this race, 3 laps gone. Gomet Cup gets a 3-second time penalty. That could be crucial as well. The time penalties might be a big factor in this race. Dean still being patient. He's gonna wait for the main straight to send one to try and make a move on FIFC. But he is actually trying to go for a switchback there, is he? Oh no, he was just taking different lines. That would have been a very interesting move if he managed to switch back into a flat out corner. Well, maybe, I think it actually isn't flat in F2 cars. It is in F1, I'm not sure. I have never driven F2 cars in Brazil. I never drive F2 cars in general on this game. I don't really, I don't know, I just don't. I don't race in any Formula 2 leagues, so I just don't bother with them. I only commentate in this one. Gomet Cup is now passing Upalo for P6. Big fight going on there, somebody goes off, that's Pisivoli going straight off at turn 1. Losing a couple of places as well. Dean still not able to get past FIFC here. Still stuck behind him. Just can't quite seem to find that gap that he needs. As now Panpoli is passing Upalo for P7. These two Dams drivers, they cannot seem to agree on who will be leading them at the moment. Keep swapping places, keep fighting as well. So now look how closely FIFC and Dean Aldrich as well, not far behind. Also Sean Moore, we've got the top 5. So close together here. Everybody in DS drivers. Dean sends one up the inside, finally goes for a move and he pulls it off as well. Dean takes P2, FIFC is still there, though he has the inside line. Who will come out ahead into the final corner? Dean around the outside. Can he make it work? Aldrich gets the penalty. FIFC goes off. FIFC has spun around. He is in the grass. And he is now slowly going to make his way back onto the circuit. And he has lost out, yeah, big time. He was in P2, P3. Now he's down to P11. Aldrich having a look at Dean up the inside. Decides against it. Sean Moore has lost it. Oh, wow. He was sliding all over the place in that braking zone, but he just about managed to keep it going there. That was quite a save from Sean Moore. Yellow flags in sector 2. Kucho has crashed and is out of the race. Full course safety car! We've got a safety car! I was not expecting that. I don't think we've seen a safety car in Formula 2 yet. It's the first time, actually. And this could be interesting for the strategy. Will we see the guys pitting for mediums, or will they be staying out on the softs? I would expect them to pit, but that will also mean double stacks for most of the grid. Obviously, some people do not even have teammates in this race, so they will get away with it. Aldrich and Gomet Cup, I believe, both have a 3-second time penalty for corner cutting, or for multiple warnings. Yeah, Upalo will definitely double stack. Deadly Mosquito could be double stacking as well. Full load perhaps with Dean. I think that's it actually. Well, FIFC would double stack with Sean Moore, but he's way behind because he already pitted, and since he has already pitted, he shouldn't be pitting anyway on this lap. So let's see, will Sepp be going into the pit lane? Yes, he will. Dean following him in. So is Aldrich, so is Sean Moore, so is Gomet Cup, so is Panpoli, so is Upalo, Pisivoli as well. Deadly Mosquito. Gomet Cup gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane under safety car. That is so... That's gonna be annoying. So unnecessary as well. Deadly Mosquito now in the pits. Full Alot has followed him as well. I assume FIFC and Ryan C will be staying out. Wing change for Sean Moore. We might be having a couple of wing changes down the pit lane here. So, we've got Sepp in P1, Dean in P2, Gomet Cup in P3, but he does have that 5-second penalty and a 3-second penalty as well. Aldrich P4, Panpoli P5, Pisivoli is up into P6, Deadly Mosquito in P7, Sean Moore in P8, Folalol in P9, Upalo will be in P10. Actually, no, there comes FIFC. He will take P10 from Upalo, I'm pretty sure. And yes, he does. That will be FIFC in P10, Upalo in P11, and then Ryan C in P12, right in the back of the field. Safety car will be collecting everyone. I assume will be going by the end of lap 7. Maybe even the end of this lap, but normally the safety car stays out for 2 laps, not 1. So I'm expecting the restart to be end of lap 7. Once Ryan C is caught up, we are ready to go. Everybody else is already in the queue, and now everybody's in the same tire as well. We can, yeah, just have a look at the penalties instead of tires. The tires are not really interesting anymore. Everybody is on the same tire strategy. Everybody running on the mediums, and assumedly running to the end of the race now. So I've got Gromit Cup with 8, and Aldrich with 3. Rest of the field, no penalties, but we can have a look at the race director. And you can see lots of warnings here. What you want to have to look at is exceeded track limits. Collision warnings do not count towards a 3-second time penalty. You can see a lot of people having warnings, including guys who do not have a penalty yet. So yeah, that would be interesting. Safety car indeed staying out for one more lap. As Panpuli has passed Aldrich. Aldrich is pitting! Why is he pitting? Interesting, what is he... Okay, I'm not sure what strategy he's going for here. Why he's in the pit lane now. Wing change! What has happened to Aldrich? That he has to make a wing change? That is, rather surprising. Must have made contact with another car under safety car, and he's now going for soft tires. Also interesting. Will they even last for 13 laps? So yeah, Aldrich going for a different strategy to everybody else here. He pitted for the soft tires in the pits now. I would have gone for mediums in his situation. Or does he even have a second medium set? Do you have 2 mediums that you can use? I'm not sure. Maybe he doesn't. Maybe he had to go for softs. This might mean that we have to go another lap. Depends on if he manages to actually catch up to the safety car. But he's quite some way behind now. I think if he doesn't catch them, the safety car will stay out another lap, and I don't think he will. As the safety car is already into sector 3 now, or almost already. Just going into the into turn 11 here, or just going through turn 11 now. Probably gonna stay out another lap now, as Aldrich has not caught up to the field yet. Sepp is going very, very close to the safety car. That could be dangerous as well. We don't want to make contact with the safety car. That will be yeah, instant wing damage. The safety car is a very, well, it's built like a tank, pretty much. And indeed, safety car staying out for one more lap. Which actually might help Aldrich to get to the end on those tires. There we go, he's caught up to the field. Well, no, he hasn't. Ryan C is just way behind the rest right now. But yeah, he's pretty much caught up now. Everybody is back in the queue, and we should be going by the end of lap 8, hopefully, this time around. I believe we will. I've got everybody right behind the safety car, and ready to go. Oh, I've got some position changes. What is happening here? I'm not quite sure. Oh well. I'll be back in a second. I just have to have a drink. I'm getting a bit yeah, I'm getting not a lump in my throat. Well, yeah, you know what I mean. It's getting hard to speak. The first 8 laps of this race has been very, very exciting. And hopefully the last 12 will be just as exciting as well. We've got the entire field right here. The perfect situation for an exciting fight for the win. Sepp now will be conducting the restart. He's going very, very slowly here, leaving lots of space for safety car. Is he already gone? Nope, he hasn't. Still hasn't gone full. Now he has gone. Now he's on full throttle. Race has restarted. Panpuli immediately going for a move from Common Cup. That was a pass under yellow flags. That was too early. He will have to give that position back. And he does not. He fights it. Which, well, that's illegal. Stewards might have a look at that. So yeah, Punt Pulley passing, Ground Cup for P3. Dean is past Sepp as well, which I completely missed. Apologies, I should be looking at the front, but I wasn't. Seabury now going down inside of Deadly Mosquito. Deadly Mosquito running a bit wide down exit. Seabury and Deadly Mosquito still side by side now. Out of turn 5, and Deadly Mosquito just about stays ahead. It's now Sean Moore sneaks one up the inside as well. Sean Moore getting past PC Bully. And Grommet Cup is in the grass. Grommet Cup has made contact with Sepp. What has happened there? Grommet Cup is, well, not out of the race, but he has massive wing damage. He's been given a 3-second time penalty. And Sepp won't be happy about that one either, I assume. Does he have some wing damage on that Prema? No, he seems to be fine. Gotten away with that one. Dean already at 3-second gap. Dean is flying away now. Oh, we've got a Grommet Cup in the wall again. Grommet Cup now down to last place. As we have a fight from P8 to P10 here, Full Lol, Upalo and Ryan C. Having a go to the Ryan C going up the inside of Upalo. Aldrich looking to get involved as well. He does have the soft tires, obviously big tire advantage for Aldrich. Does he someone up the inside? No, he doesn't. Grommet Cup is out of the race, he's retired in the pit lane. Which is what the yellow flags are for as well. Ryan C does get past Upalo here and Aldrich follows him through. Nice move from him as presumably gets past Sean Moon as well. We've got fighting all over the field. I can't pay attention to all of it. I'm struggling to keep up at the moment. Aldrich moves up into P9, gets past Ryan C as well. Beautiful move from Aldrich as they are still side by side into turn 6. Contact made, but Ryan C just about holds on there. As PC is now once again trying to get around the outside of Deadly Mosquito, but that would have been quite the audacious move. He is still stuck behind him. But now he gets past him. PC taking the opportunity. Going around the outside now, and he is past him. PC up into P4, chasing down Panpoli and Sepp for P3 and 2 now. Meanwhile, Aldrich is already on the back of Full. Aldrich making his way through the field on those soft tires, but they will drop off to the end. I don't think they will even make it. If if they do make it, they will heavily drop off compared to mediums. So I'm not sure if Aldrich will be able to hold this pace, but for now he is probably one of the fastest drivers on track with those tires. So Ryan C gets a penalty for speeding in the pit lane. He's pitting again. Sean Moole is right behind Deadly Mosquito. Deadly Mosquito not having any DRS as well. Sean Moole will probably send one up the inside into turn 4. And yes, he does. Sean Moole making the pass up into P5. I was about to say they're teammates because of the Red Bull livery, but they're not. A bit confusing. And there we go, FRFC sending one up the inside. That was, yeah, no, that was too ambitious. That was, you were not alongside early enough to have to be left space by that Mosquito. That was an over-ambitious move in my opinion. Panpoli and Sepp still fighting it out over P3 and 2 with PC really right behind them. Meanwhile, Dean with a 7-second gap. Dean is running away with this one. If any of these guys wants to get home, wants to take home the win, they have to hurry up. But Sepp has lost it. And he's lost it again! Sepp is in the wall. No front wing for Sepp anymore, I believe. Or at least most of it is gone. No, the entire front wing is gone. Sepp has lost it out of the extra final corner. Then again, a bit later, along the straight, and Sepp will have to pit for a fresh front wing. That is, well, very bad news for Sepp. Visibly now up into P2. He's gotten past Panpoli. We've got a lot of people getting into incidents here. As Aldrich is now running in P6 already, so he's gotten through the field brilliantly. I mean, he was last at the restart, P12, and he's now up to 6th, so he's gained 6 places since the restart. And he's looking at the back of Fulolol and Del Mosquito. That would be P4 if he manages to get past both of them. But will he is the question. Also have to keep in mind Upalo, he's only 1.5 seconds behind, he can't be losing too much time here. Aldrich being very cautious here and trying not to get too close to them to avoid, or probably I assume he is trying to avoid running into the back of them. Because he definitely has a big face advantage right now with his tires. He should be all over the back of them. and you can see that he's holding back a bit as well. But now on the exit, he is gonna try and go around the outside of full lol. No, switch to the inside. Bit of contact made. Now the ES will be open. Aldrich still behind full lol. Deadly Mosquito under pressure from both of them. Full lol will probably try one up the inside, or will he? Yes, he will. Full lol moving into P4. And Aldrich tries to follow him through. What? That was not a smart move from Aldrich. After Sepp gets a 10-second penalty for corner cutting. What has he done to get a 10-second penalty? Sepp is now tired on track. Which is also not allowed. FRC is in the pit lane. We're down to 10 runners, so, well, everybody who is still left in the race will be getting points. Sean Moole is right behind Ryan C, fighting over P8 and 9. Sean Moole has DRS. Is he close enough to go for a move? I don't think so. He's maybe a bit too far behind right now. So yep, Ryan C holds on for now. We've got Panpuli right behind PC, Woody Dean is now... Well, he's completely gone. He's none of us left the race. 10 seconds to gap. Oh, well, almost 10 seconds at this point. Looks like Dean will have another dominant win here at Brazil. With his main rival, Sully, not being here. That would be crucial as well for him. I mean, he will massively extend the lead in the championship now. So yeah, Dean looking like the favorite for the title as Panpuli almost loses it. Almost. That was very, very close. Upalo getting close to Deadly Mosquito. Wanted to make a move for P5. Sends one up the inside. And he gets past. Upalo moves himself into the top 5 with Deadly Mosquito now trailing him. But he's getting closer once again. Can he come back at him around the outside? He tried. He did try. Sean Moole, fastest race, 17.8. And also gets past Ryan C. Sean Moole, oh no, he has completely outbraked himself. He's now cutting the corner as well. He will have to give that place back, I'm pretty sure. And he does. Ryan C moves back up into P8. Well, I mean, Dean is now completely gone. At the start of the race, it was looking quite close between him and Sepp and somebody else, I don't remember who, was driving around with them as well. There were 3 cars at the front. Actually, I think there was like a 5-way train which Dean was involved in. But now, after the restart, Dean has just been... Well, he is just flying right now. Nobody's even close to matching his pace. Apart from people who are on soft tires, which is an unfair comparison. Is that Mosquito gets back past Upalo, so he gets back into P5. But Upalo will probably fight back now over the Reta Oposta. Opens up DRS. Will he be close enough to go for a move? Maybe not quite. Nope, staying behind. Deadly Mosquito defending P5 for now. But look how close Upalo is. Can he try and make a move into turn 6? That would be very, very audacious. Has a look, but decides against it. He's being smart. Ryan C and Sean Moole fighting over P8 and 9 as well. Going side by side through the MRS. Camera angle that we're getting is terrible. There we go. Sean Moole with a switchback move through the MRS. DRS open across the straight. Down into turn 4. Sean Moole up the inside and he gets past him. Squeezes him out and exit. Ryan C trying to go through for a switchback. Didn't quite work out. Dean reclaims the fast little race. 17.6. So he's actually on pace. A bit faster even than the guys on soft tires. Well, he is... I mean, he has just been incredible ever since he started racing here in RRL F2. Nobody's been able to match him. I mean, he even missed the first 2 rounds of the season. And his lowest finish is a P2 in Imola, apart from that he's won every single race that he's been in. So yeah, Dean has just been in incredible form ever since he joined the league. Aldrich now having massive understeer. That looks like some wing damage. Upalo now going past that Mosquito down to turn 4. Yes, he does. Oh no, they're staying side by side. Deadly Mosquito's spun around! Deadly Mosquito's in the wall! Is he still going? Yes, he is. Uses reset to track, which is also not allowed. So yeah, we're seeing lots of drivers bending the rules a bit. Well, not even bending, just braking. But But Deadly Mosquito, I believe he spun out while off track, so he was, he perhaps hit a bump. That could have happened. Not sure what else could have caused it. So now the closest fight is between Ryan C and Sean Wool, who are on 3 and 4 laps old softs respectively. So they should both be going to the end easily. Aldrich though, I mean, he could be in danger with those tires. 8 lap old softs. 3 more laps to go. I mean, he will probably try and stretch them. But I don't think it's going to be very fun for him to make those tires last. He will be wanting to get off them as soon as he possibly can. Just wanting to finish this race. I wonder what this tire wear actually is. I would like to know, but we can't. We unfortunately can only see the lap counter for his tires. Or for anyone's tires, for that matter. Actually, Aldrich is pretty close to Upalo as well, so we might be seeing a fight for P6 and 5 as well. Just gonna send up so I can quickly switch over as Ryan C loses it coming out to center S. Well, that's that fight between him and Sean Mull over. Let's go back. Let's watch Aldrich and Upalo fight over P5 and 6. Although Aldrich does actually have a penalty, so this fight is, well, pretty much lost for him. His tires will drop off, he has a penalty. Which he will, well, will cost him compared to Aldrich. So I'm not really expecting him to be able to take that P5. He might even be happy just taking home a P6 as well, making those tires last. So yeah, the race has been, well, after the stage car, the race kind of died down. Obviously the restart was exciting, and since then we've had a few battles. It hasn't been boring necessarily, but it's not been as crazy as it was in the first few laps. But, I mean, Upalo and Aldrich are still putting on somewhat of a show here. The opportunity for a move is still there. You can see Aldrich being close to Upalo. Within the second for the entire time, not falling out of it. Question is if those tires will last. Will he be able to make a move as well? I mean, he is gonna keep losing pace. So if anything, he needs to get the move done as early as possible, but right now he's struggling to even hold on to DRS. As he's now dropped outside of it. It's very close, he's at 1.001. Will he be inside or outside DRS by the time we hit the measurement point? Which is just past Jun Chao. Jun Chao being the turn 12, first corner of sector 3, the final corner in the lap you have to brake for. And there we go, this is Jun Chao. The DRS activation point is the green point on the map, and Aldrich is 1.4 seconds behind, so Upalo has managed to put him outside of DRS range, which could be crucial, as now Upalo can just keep driving away. Let's have a look at the penalties as well. Aldrich on 6 seconds, Deadly Mosquito on 3, Ryan C on 5, and Panpoli on 3. I believe the only one of these which will actually change anything is Ryan C's penalty. That 5-second penalty will probably lose him a place to FRFC, unless he can find 2.8 seconds within, well, 2 laps for them, I believe, as well. Yep, 2 laps. So I doubt that's gonna be happening. 2 seconds is a bit too much time to try and gain in just 2 laps. At least that's what I think. Aldrich is losing significant amount of pace. What is happening to Aldrich? He has a puncture! Aldrich has a puncture on the front right! Oh no! Oh, that is so unfortunate for Aldrich. I mean, I didn't think it would be this bad, but Aldrich has got a punctured front right tire. He's now limping back to the pits, and that's why he's losing so much pace. Just, yeah, a bit over-ambitious. As Ryan C gets the 3-second time penalty. Yeah, just asking a bit too much from the tires, trying to make them last for 11 laps, or well 12, yeah, it wouldn't have had to do another lap as well. So Deadly Mosquito's not gonna go past him. Hopefully he manages to get past him cleanly, and yes he does. Will Aldrich? Yeah, Aldrich obviously pitting. Oh, he's gonna come out, and he might even be last. And it's so unfortunate for Aldrich. I mean, he could have just pitted again on the safety car and just pitted for mediums. He was last anyway, so he would have just still been last. it wouldn't have changed anything, and he would have avoided the puncture that way. And there we go, Aldrich in the pits, putting on mediums. As he leaves, yeah, he's down into P10. Aldrich will be finishing in last place, thanks to that puncture. Very, very unfortunate for him, as the Mosquito gets another 3-second time penalty, so he's now on 6 seconds. Yellow flags in sector 3. Oh, I completely missed Dean crossing the line. I'm sorry. Dean has won the Brazilian Grand Prix. Great race from him. I mean, I completely forgot about him even being in the race at this point. 17 seconds. Oh well, 14 and a half in the end. Perceivably, he might have celebrated by spinning across the line. Panpuli in P3. Full Lol will come home in P4. Really good points for Full Lol and Dean in the Constructors' Championship as well. Upalo in P5. Deadly Mosquito will finish in P6. He will cross the line. He's just going past the pit entry now. There's the line. Deadly Mosquito in P6. Sean Moole, next one, 11 seconds behind him, will take home P7. He will be followed by Ryan C. on track in P8, but he will lose P8 on penalties to FIFC. So yeah, Sean Moole P7. FIFC will be in P9 once FIFC crosses the line, so FIFC will be taking home P8. And Aldrich, after that late puncture, which was very unfortunate, takes home P10, but still 1 point for him. But obviously he would have wanted to get more than that. He could have gotten more than that as well, I'm pretty sure. And there we go, Panpuli gets the Driver of the Day award from the game. And there we have the podium, Dean coming out, winning another race. I mean, brilliant job from him once again. He has been outstanding ever since we first saw him in RRL F2, celebrating his race win. And that's it. That was the Brazilian Grand Prix from Formula 2, from RRL F2. Dean takes home the full 31 points, pole, fastest lap and race win. Perfect race from Dean. Once again, he keeps doing it almost every week at this point. And yeah, these are the full classifications. Dean wins from Pisivoli, then Panpuli in P3, Full Lol in P4, Upalo in P5, Deadly Mosquito in P6, Sean Moole P7, FFC P8, Ryan C P9, Aldrich P10, Seb2547 having DNF in P11, Comet Cup DNF in P12, and Kucho P13 also DNF. I hope you enjoyed the race. It was definitely a very enjoyable race. We've had some better attendance this week, 13 drivers, obviously still not brilliant, but a lot better than what we had previously, so hopefully this will be a good sign for the future. I hope you enjoyed the race, and I hope to see you again on Sunday for the F1 Grand Prix at Brazil, or next week on Tuesday for the next Formula 2 race at Russia. So yeah, bye bye.